I have been told that life is like a novel with the end ripped out, and as I set out on my journey to discover, I had many fears, hopes, and aspirations to overcome. This being the very first time I was traveling alone and away from my parents. My family has always been very protective. Therefore, an abroad experience such as this one was a big flip of the page into another chapter of my life. But I was eager, I was ready, and determined to face any challenges that came along my way. 2 weeks was all I had to familiarize myself and find my way through the beautiful city of London, England. It was a challenge I was ready to take on. Day one of my voyage was the most shocking and astonishing as the occurrence of meeting new people, stepping into an unfamiliar city, and finding my way around was all happening at the same time. A bundle of occurring events forced me to open my mind and take things as they were, one by one, all while taking in the beauty of London's surroundings. I found myself in complete shock as the images I had seen in a magazine were popping out right in front of me as I traveled around Westminster, only to find the popular landmark of Westminster Abbey. I had so much to accomplish in so little time while learning to open myself up to new experiences. The theatrical design class brought me to real-life performances that gave the full effect and explanation of what I was set out to understand. The different theaters included the Apollo Theater, in which Shakespeare's Twelfth Night took place, the Rock of Ages theatrical production, and Top Hat, which took place at the very own Aldwych Theater. Along with many impactful occurrences, I came across a great group of diverse people who, although very different in backgrounds and cultures, became some of my closest friends. Making those human connections made this experience open up new tunnels for comprehending material and the city itself much easier to get through. The nightlife of London, I discovered, was something so different than America's, because in the States, we seek to find ourselves, as in this European country, it seemed like it was out to find me. One of the greatest treats was celebrating New Year's in Piccadilly Circus and opening up to the new culture and traditions of this holiday, where people from all around gathered to central London to experience the fireworks, the music, the dancing with all those who came along. There was laughing and good times that called for a night I would never forget with the friends I would always remember. I was beginning to realize that the ultimate fortune for enjoying the city was to step out of my comfort zone, only to find another one. As my days in London were ending, it seemed like the adventures were only beginning and bigger than ever. The churches were so alive with their ringing of the bells, and museums such as the Victorian and Albert and Science Museum were great in architecture and in historical information. The viewing of the Warwick Castle made this adventure complete as I got to travel outside of London to check it off of my bucket list. Throughout this trip, I established close friendships and learned how education can bring you to a beautiful place. At the beginning of my travels, I thought 2 weeks was a perfect amount of time. Now, I only wish I would have gone for more. But one thing that is for sure is that it made me really appreciate the time I had there. I couldn't have picked a more historical city that changed the way I see things today, to open up my mind and give me courage to seek out more. All it took was a little confidence in myself and determination to overcome my doubt and push along any encounters that I was faced traveling abroad. All in all, this experience caused me to realize that it is okay for the book of life to have the end ripped out, and to live and learn from the now, to seek what is left for a better tomorrow. Cheers.